Going to move on to our 904, presentation of proclamation designating the 31st day of August 2024 as International Overdose Awareness Day. And Supervisor Green, and please come on up. I know we have quite a few folks in the audience.
How is everyone this morning? Good to see you. Proclamation designating the 31st day of August 2024 as International Overdose Awareness Day. Whereas International Overdose Awareness Day is a global campaign held every August 31st to end overdose, remember without stigma those who have died, and to acknowledge the grief of family and friends left behind. Whereas in 2022, 35 people fatally overdosed in Lake County, which is the second highest overdose death rate in the state of California and 3 times higher than the California rate. Lake County's rate was 56 per 100,000 people, compared with California's rate of 19 people per deaths per 100,000 people. And that data is from the California Overdose Dashboard. Whereas all overdose deaths are preventable via access to harm reduction, healthcare, substance use prevention and treatment services, and naloxone, the opioid overdose reversal agent. And whereas people who use drugs continue to be stigmatized and marginalized, discouraging them from accessing care and treatment. And whereas every person should have access to resources that prevent overdose and other causes of drug-related mortality, including naloxone, sterile needles, drug testing, and medication for addiction treatment. And whereas in Lake County, dedicated prescribers of medication for addiction treatment, harm reduction providers, behavioral health providers, and addiction recovery programs work tirelessly to provide residents with these resources. And whereas local communities play a crucial role in eliminating the stigma of addiction, including residents, elected officials, parents, private and public organizations, hospitals, law enforcement, first responders, schools, and colleges. And whereas SafeRx Lake County, an overdose prevention coalition comprised of local agencies and organizations, including Lake County Behavioral Health and Lake County Health Services, will host its 4th annual commemoration of International Overdose Awareness Day in Upper Lake Park on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Lake County Board of Supervisors does hereby designate August 31st, 2024 as International Overdose Awareness Day and urges all Lake County citizens to join in this important observance, passed and adopted this day by the Board of Supervisors. That's a hard one to applaud, but anyone want to speak to this? I know we definitely have had some challenges in our community recently.
Thank you so much. The event went off really well on Saturday. It was well attended with great stories, heartbreaking stories, but we were able to connect people with resources and commemorate those that have been lost. And I appreciate you reading this today.
Give this to.
This will be for me. Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have any comments from the board?
I appreciate this proclamation. It kind of slows things down a little bit as you listen to it, but I know that there's been a lot of work that's been happening, and I'm looking forward to that work coming back to the Board of Supervisors so decisions can be made, and that's how we deal with our opioid settlement funds in order to truly add to the services that are already there. I think there's a lot of services and a lot of people are working hard, but sometimes we're missing some key components because we lack the resources to provide those components, and I think we have potential to make great change with those settlement funds. And so I'm looking forward to those conversations and decreasing the number of folks that are not just experiencing overdose, but obviously experiencing the worst of the worst, which is a death from an overdose. I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that we have seen a slight decrease from year to year on overdose deaths. And I'm hoping that if that's true, and hopefully that is true, what I'm saying, that we continue that trend and continue supporting the work that has been happening.
Yeah, I got a comment. Just coming on. Yeah, all the great work being done. I know there's a lot to be done, but each one of us, and I don't know if everybody is, but you take CPR training, 'cause you never know when you need to respond to a family member or other things. But I just attended the Thule Boat Festival that Big Valley did, and it's reaching every community. There was a naloxone training, so you get updated, and they were handing it out. So I know the hard work that you guys are doing all the time. You never know when you have to be a first responder. If you have time, if you're at an event, take that training. Make sure it's accessible. These things, you can save a life, even if you're not expecting to, but getting the training and having opportunity, having accessibility on the naloxone, and I think I'm saying it all right, so the training. So if you're at an event, take the training, because you never know. Have it in your household. We all have friends that are, or family members that are dealing with some of these things, and you never know when you may have to respond. So I want to just bring awareness to that, and I know the county's doing a really good job. I see it at a lot of different events with our behavioral health, with the Department of Social Services, tribal health, everybody. So if you have that opportunity, like I said, I think it's just as important as being CPR trained to respond. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right here. Move this so I can get you. Okay, thanks so much.